Hi, I'm Annie, and I'm okay. This is the pandemic, 2020, the quarantine. I'm currently not working, but I'm not miserable. I'm not lonely. I'm not bored, and I don't have a lot of anxiety. And that's really surprising to me because I gave up my office downtown. I'm a massage therapist. I had to give up my office because there's no money coming in. I have not gotten unemployment. I have not gotten this fabled stimulus check that people are buzzing about. Somehow I'm okay. I have angels, so I have a little bit of money to live off of, thanks to some very special people in my life. The quarantine lifestyle really suits me. Geez, 2020 is full of surprises, isn't it? I mean, this is terrible, right? So every day I cry. A little bit every day. I'm feeling all the feelings because it's sad. I went to this amazing high school in Sedona, Arizona. It's called Verde Valley School. It's a private boarding school that I went to. Very cool. It's wonderful for self-directed learners. Anyway, I was watching a video on Facebook of the students at Verde Valley School, and my teacher, dear old Jeff Perkins, who taught me ceramics and photography way back in the day, I graduated in 1996, he was doing this virtual Zoom class with his senior students. So the seniors are getting ready for their senior exhibition. It's a big deal for their art projects. There was a student who's in Germany. She can't complete her senior duties because she's in Germany, and there's this crazy quarantine. He was glazing her piece for her virtually. So they were on Zoom, the whole class was on Zoom, and he was talking about the, 5 or 6 or 8 brushes that he had to use, and, the 4 or 5 colors of glaze that he had to use. And she was directing him, I want you to use the number 5 brush, and I want you to dip it into the black glaze, and I want you to do this with it. And he was painting her senior project for her because she couldn't do it herself, and that just got me. It's getting me right now. That's terrible. it's so sweet and so sad that he was painting her piece for her. Now she's a senior, she's not going to be back to campus anytime soon, and she was asking what's going to happen to my art piece. And he said, as soon as this quarantine lifts, I'm going to get my passport and I'm going to pack your piece into my luggage and I'm going to fly to Germany and give it to you. Now that probably isn't going to happen. The piece was very, very large, and, they were just kind of joking about that. That probably isn't going to happen, but that really got to me. And that's not terrible, compared to some of the things that people are going through, really horrible things. So it's really paradoxical because I am kind of having the best time of my life. Like, the quarantine lifestyle really suits me, but at the same time, there's a lot of tragedy every day. And this is just the beginning of the unraveling of the economy, potentially. Like, we don't know what's going to happen. I have so much to say about this, and I just want to say that the reason that I haven't been making videos is not because I'm depressed or, homeless or anything like that. It's that I am so fucking busy. I know that sounds weird because, I'm quarantined right now. The governor of my state has shut down my industry, which is massage therapy. So I'm not even really working right now, but I am working because I always give myself a job. I'm just a busy person. I like doing things and making things. And, if there's ever not work, I'm definitely not just sitting around. And in the beginning of this quarantine, I thought oh, this is great. I'm going to make so many videos, and I'm going to play guitar every day. I'm going to exercise a lot, and I'm going to stretch every day and all these things. And I'm so freaking busy. So I'm not even playing guitar, which really surprises me. I am exercising, not as much as I would like to, but I am getting out for my morning runs. So what I'm busy with is I closed my downtown office and I brought all my massage therapy equipment to this space where I am now, which, looks kind of crazy. It's not a really pleasant backdrop. This is the art studio that I use for my Etsy store. And so now I'm going to have to share this space with my massage therapy practice when I open up again. And it looks like a war zone right now. It looks like a sweatshop because it is. I'm making like tons and tons of masks. So it's literally a sweatshop. I'm sewing masks like 10 hours a day because that's my only income. But in the future, I've remodeled this space slightly. I'm like halfway through the remodel. I've got all my massage equipment sort of on the other half of the room, and then my art Etsy equipment on this half of the room. And we built a partition wall, like sort of a temporary wall in the room, and I painted the walls, and you know, I have ideas about the remodel, and it's like kind of halfway done. I got it halfway done. I was working very quickly, and then I realized like my state, Oregon, is not opening anytime soon. So what I need to focus on is mask making, because there's this huge demand for masks that, you know, they're now requiring in some of the local stores and, you know, stores nationwide, they're requiring that people wear masks. I cannot make masks fast enough. You know, I wake up in the morning and I have 10 more orders for masks, and I'm just one person. So I am, you know, dyeing the fabric, cutting it out, sewing the masks. I like that. I like Etsy. I'm not sure that it's really profitable. I mean, the profit margin is not that great. I'm selling masks for $15 each, and then they, you know, it costs money to ship them. The fabric costs money. I'm also dyeing the fabric because supplies are in really short demand, and what I've been able to find is blank white fabric. So that's what I'm using, and I'm dyeing it because I actually have a lot of dyes on hand. If you order fabric from like Joann Fabrics and you order curbside pickup, they're like 2 or 3 weeks out. It's like a really big delay. So I ordered some fabric from fabric.com about, I think it was like 13 days ago. They have not even shipped it yet. And so what I have been able to order is white fabric. And since I already had dyes on hand, that's what I'm doing. I'm dyeing the fabric and making these masks. Another thing that is in really short supply is elastic. It's really hard to find elastic. Now I've actually found some, but since then I developed this other technique of using this cotton lycra, and it's got a craft bead on it, so it's adjustable. The ear strap is adjustable, and I actually like this better than the elastic. That when my elastic finally arrived, I'd already solved the problem, and I'm not even using the elastic. I may use it in the future, but I love this system with, you know, the cotton lycra straps and the adjustable bead, because then everybody's faces are, you know, different sizes, and you can get the mask adjusted, you know, just right. A lot of massage therapists on Facebook and on the threads, they're talking about going back to work and wearing masks during the massage. I'm like really not looking forward to that. You know, I'm a mask maker and I kind of hate wearing a mask. I leave my house to go to the post office now daily because I have to send these masks out as they're ordered. I wear a mask when I do that. And then other than that, as far as groceries, I'm really just going like once or twice a month. We're eating a lot of frozen vegetables. We have a chest freezer that's full of like meat and vegetables and stuff. So we don't need a whole lot of stuff. I'm going to go out and get some stuff for Cinco de Mayo, you know, to have a big, you know, something special, maybe some tacos or some nachos or something. I'm really having a good time though. And I do have a lot of reflections and thoughts about the quarantine and about the pandemic. I just haven't had time to make videos because I was doing the remodel of my studio here. And then once I started making masks, it's like the demand is so high. And I know that eventually the market's going to be saturated and people are going to have all the masks they need, and I'm not going to need to keep making them so quickly. Right now I'm just trying to get ahead. So I'm trying to make masks, get ahead so that I don't have to sew masks for 10 hours a day at some point. I like it. I'm listening to audiobooks while I'm sewing masks, and that's really fun. If you need a mask, you can find them at my Etsy store. There are tons on Etsy. I mean, you know, find the style that you like, but I'm making these ones that are kind of like this, and there's a a filter pocket there if you want to put your own filter in for some extra protection. Those are at my Etsy shop at handsomeannie.com. And I have so much more to say about the quarantine. So much has happened. Oh my God, one of our dogs died like right in front of us. I mean, I have things to say about couples in quarantine. Have you ever buried a body with your partner? Because that's a thing. My partner and I have now buried 2 dogs together because we've been together for so long. I have so much to say. I really hope that everyone is doing well. I know that a lot of people are lonely and sad and bored, and I'm just not. But I feel for you. Like, I cry every day when other people say that they're sad or say that they're bored or say that they're lonely. I feel that. I feel the emotion of it, even though it's not mine, if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm processing a lot of grief that isn't even necessarily mine. I know that there's different abilities as far as processing. If you follow objective personality, you know that some people have sleep really high. So I'm a consume, sleep, blast, play. My sleep energy is really high and I process things. I feel like I process my own things. I have, FI really, really high, masculine FI really high. And so it's very self-focused, but I do feel like I am processing some kind of collective grief. I feel like I'm doing that a lot, like every day. People's unemployment hasn't come through. Mine hasn't. I'm processing that. I'm grieving that. People are dying alone in hospitals. People's loved ones are dying. They don't have a chance to say goodbye. I'm processing all of that. I'm really, really feeling it. But at the same time, it's so paradoxical. Like, I'm just feeling so much better. Like, one of my major stressors in life is leaving the house every day, like traffic and the chaos of the outside world. And I'm not doing that right now. I'm like pretty much at home. I go for a run in the morning. I write in my journal. And then I get to work on sewing masks. I listen to audiobooks. I consume, I have like consume first. I'm consuming while I'm making all these masks. It's just sort of like a dream come true. Like, I've been on Etsy for a couple years now and I don't make a lot of sales, just like a few here and there, maybe like 1 or 2 a month. And now suddenly there's this product that is in demand, these masks, and I'm making them and it feels so good to sell something that people want. And like I said, the profit margin isn't really even that good. I'm spending so much money on materials, but I'm creating something for people that they want and they need. And there's suddenly this product that people need that I can make. It's just like such a trip. Like, man, 2020 is so crazy. What a year, When you were little, did you ever wonder what 2020 would be like? I mean, here we are. Like, this is like some crazy, crazy stuff. I really hope that everyone's okay. I know that a lot of people are struggling and I'm sending you love. So take care.